Hi scholars, welcome to our channel Academia Unlimited. In the last two videos, we talked about pandemics, wherein I briefly touched on the history of pandemics and epidemics in India with a special focus on Rajasthan. In a way, today's video is also a continuation of the same theme, but in today's video, I will briefly talk about the history of famines and droughts in Rajasthan, specifically in the western part. The western part of Rajasthan, which is also called Marwar, had been since time immemorial prone to very disastrous and horrific famines or droughts. These famines or droughts in local language was called Kaal, corresponding with the Hindi word Akal. And if we talk about the previous videos, then pandemics or epidemics in Rajasthani are called Bada Badis. So Bada Badi and Kaal were two very inseparable part of the life and the sustenance of the common man or the common people of Rajasthan. So speaking about famines and droughts, like I said, since centuries it was a recurring phenomena. This is not something new. People who have lived in the desert, even today if you go and talk to them, you would understand and hear about so many stories and anecdotes related to how the general life was severely affected by these Kaals or droughts. If we talk about 1871 to 2015, in this time period itself, historical records, oral history and different sources indicate that about 25 horrific, disastrous famines, droughts or akals hit Rajasthan or Marwar, western Rajasthan. There's a very interesting doha which draws the geographic spread of akals or Kaals in Rajasthan. The doha goes this way: Pag Pungal Dhad Kotade, Bahu Bayad Mer, Joyo Lade Jodhpur, Thavo Jaisalmer. It means that the different places mentioned in this doha, Pungal in Bikaner, Badmer, Jodhpur, Jaisalmer, how are they differently affected by this scourge of famines or droughts? Colonel James Todd had also mentioned that in western Rajasthan or Marwar, droughts or famines are so recurring that one can surmise or one can have a brief idea that after every 3 years there is a Kaal or there is a drought in western Rajasthan. There is another very interesting doha which talks about the distribution of famines or akals or Kaals in western Rajasthan over a time period of 100 years. This is a very interesting piece of oral history that I am sharing with you, and this doha goes this way: Saat Kaal, 27 Zamona, 63 Budbudiya, 3 Mahakal, Gaay Bache na Bachadiya. I'll just repeat: Saat Kaal, 27 Zamona, 63 Kudmudiya, I beg your pardon, 3 Mahakal, Gaay Bache na Bachadiya. It means that if you divide the whole time span of 100 years on an average in Marwar, then in those 100 years, one would invariably find 7 normal intensity akals or droughts. There would be 27 years of Zamana. Zamana means a year in which the monsoons are bountiful, the rain gods are very kind to the land of Marwar. So 27 Zamana, we would have 27 years, 27 years of good rainfall, good season of rains, and which would consequently translate into good crops and overall prosperity. There would be 63 Kudmudiya. Kudmudiya is referred to years which would have some paltry amount of rains, and there would be not a proper drought, but there would not be an abundance of crops and food grains also, but somehow people would manage. And 3 Mahakal, which means that in almost 100 years there would be 3 such severe and horrific droughts or famines or Kaals in which Gaay Bache na Bachadiya, which means metaphorically that not only would humans perish in that drought, but also all the cattle wealth, the pastoral animals, they would also perish. So this is a very interesting account. Next, if we go deeper into the folk culture, into the common man's life of Marwar, then we come to know that people in the desert have classified, have categorized akals or Kaals into 4 different categories. These are Annakal, excuse me, Jalkal, Trinkal, and I beg your pardon, Trikal. So Annakal, Jalkal, Trinkal, and Trikal. Annakal would be a drought or a famine where there would be a paucity of food grains, Ann. Jalkal would be a drought or a kal where there would be an acute shortage of food grains and water. Trinkal, the third category, refers to that drought or famine in which there is an acute shortage of food grain, water, and chara or fodder, which means that the cattle wealth would be very prone and susceptible to the vagaries of this drought or this kal, and they would perish in due course of time. And the worst and the most horrific is the Trikal, where there is an acute shortage of all three at the same time, and the scale and the magnitude of the disaster is unimaginable. Now friends, I will quickly talk about three major kals or droughts or famines that hit Marwar in the period of the last 100 years. And I would refer to them in the Marwari term for these kals, the Marwari honorific or the noun for these kals. So in that way, we get to hear that there was a severe drought, famine or kal in 1899, and this kal is called the Chhapaniyo kal. Then there was a massive kal, which is known as the Chinwo kal. It occurred in 1939. And finally, I will talk about the Pachiso kal. It was a very disastrous post-independence drought or famine. It struck us after we gained independence. It occurred in 1968 and it spread havoc in Marwar. So I will briefly touch upon these three very severe droughts or famines, and we will see that how the folk culture, how the public memory remembers and has an opinion about the disaster inflicted by these droughts or famines. First of all, speaking about the Chhapaniyo kal, it was also called as the Chhapano kal. It occurred in Vikram Samvat 1956. That is why it is called the Chhapano kal. When we deduct 57 years from the Vikram Samvat, we get the Christian era date. So 1956 was the Vikram Samvat date, and the Christian era date for the same would be 1899. This kal was a Mahabhayankar kal or a Trikal, like I explained. It was the most severe form of drought. There were many songs, poems, dohas or couplets and okhanas or phrases which were coined to commemorate, to have some memory of this kal. A very renowned poet from the desert named Kavi Umardan wrote a great piece which is known as the Chhapnaro Chand. So it was a chand dedicated to the Chhapaniyo kal, and it is a great piece of poetry. I would request you to go and read it. You'll really enjoy it. And the poet Kavi Umardan takes us back into 1899 and draws a vivid picture of Marwar and how it was affected by the kal. I will read out some very interesting lines from this poet. So he says, Murda marhat mein padiya nahmave, सड़ियाँ बासे सब विक्रेद भबकावे, आडा खाडा में भोडक अड़वड़ता, संता आश्रम जिम तुम्बा तड़भड़ता. It means that death was so rampant that people were dying by the scores. Shamshan or cremation grounds were full of people. There was no place to even accommodate dead bodies in the shamshans of that time, and dead bodies would rot in the open, and the whole air would be infested with such a pungent smell that it was difficult to commute and difficult to walk. So what a deep, in-depth depiction by the poet. If we talk about the Chhapaniyo or the Chhapano kal at the same time, then there was a very famous okhana of this period also. Okhana means a phrase, और जैसे हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं लोकोक्ति, जो लोक के संस्कृति से निकल कर आती है. So there is a very famous okhana. It says, छायो मरुधर छपनियो, भीता छोड़ियो भार, माल मवेशी मारिया, क्यों रुसियो किरतार. It means that the Chhapaniyo kal has enveloped the whole of Marwar. Houses have become dilapidated. Cattle wealth is dying by the scores. And क्यों रुसियो किरतार, भगवान क्यों नाराज हो गए? Why are the gods so unkind to us? Now, moving on from Chhapanyo Kal to the 20th century, like I said, there were recurring famines, droughts, Kals in Marwads. In the 1920s, there was a spate of severe famines or Kals in Marwar, and Umaid Bhavan Palace, the grand residence of the Jodhpur royalty, was built as an answer to these famines, to these severe Kals of the 1920s, in order to give some succor and some help to the impoverished people and to the suffering populace. The Maharaja of Jodhpur commissioned building one of the most grand and the most opulent private residences in the world, the Umaid Bhavan Palace, and this was done as a relief work to the general population. So many thousands and thousands of people were employed in the construction and in the other works related to the construction of this palace, and this helped people get some food grains, get some money, and it saved the lives of many people. So Umaid Bhavan Palace and the story of its construction is closely interlinked with the story or the history of famines and droughts in Marwar. Next, we quickly talk about the Chinwo Kal. The Chinwo Kal occurred in Vikram Samvat 1996, which would translate into 1939 Christian era. Here I would like to mention that in 1943, a severe pan-India drought or famine struck us very badly. Bengal was severely hit by this 1943 famine, and those who are familiar with modern Indian history would know the whole story about this terrible human disaster. Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of Britain at that time, because of his flawed policy, this natural disaster was manifold increased in its severity, and it became an unimaginable catastrophe. So in Chhapano Kal, again Marwar was badly hit. There was a very popular ukhana of this period which goes like this: Ghar ghar bakri, ghar ghar oont, chinwo phir gyo charon khoot. That in every house the cattle wealth, be it the camels, be it the goats, they all perished, and the Chhapano Kal, it spread all around Marwar. Now we come to the most recent and to the most interesting Kal of Marwar, which is called the Pachisoro Kal. Pachisoro Kal means that it occurred in Vikram Samvat 2025, which would translate into 1968 Christian era. So this was many years, almost 20 years after we gained independence. It was very severe, but there was one huge difference here, that the government and the official machinery was far more responsive, far more responsible in its activities than what the other governments, the previous governments, had done to alleviate the sufferings of the people. I would share with you a very interesting folk song, and this folk song again pictures the pathos, the plight of the Pachisoro Kal. This song says, Pauni bina dharti tarse, to badaliyo bina hai khet. Khejadiyon ra khokha sukhe, mori bilkhi lagan ret. It means that there's no water, there are no clouds. The khejdi tree, even the khokhas of the khejdi tree are drying up, we can't consume them. And what a beautiful poetic description. Mari bilkhana lagi ret. Mari bilkhana lagi ret. The sand, the ret, it's the heat, the rapacious famine or drought or Kal is so severe that it seems that the ret or the sand is crying out. It's wailing. And then it says, Mara pachi sare Kal, phir mat aije bhori Marwar mein. This is the refrain. It's a beautiful song. Mara pachi sare Kal, phir mat aije bhori Marwar mein. In the description box below of this video, I have posted a link. It is a beautiful song. Please do listen to it. The same song is sung by the legendary Champa Methi, the legendary folk singers of Marwar. They have sung this song beautifully. And again, बहुत हृदय विदारक तरीके से बताया गया है कि इस काल की क्या वेदना थी, जो जनमानस था, जो लोक था, जो लोक जीवन था, उस पर इस काल की कितनी गहरी छाप पड़ी. It's a beautiful song. Please do listen to it. It draws the complete picture of the Pachisaro Kal. I will again share a very interesting piece of poetry from this song itself. So you also get to hear about different aspects of the folk life. So it says, "Lombi lombi sadkon ghali, mathe chale loder. हे 25 काल में मोनख्या छोड़िया खोड़र। खेत सिंह जी ऑर्डर दीनो, मारवाड़ ने पाड़ो, रुपया देना रे बंद करो और धौन जाके डालो." So it's a very colloquial, local language song, and it says that relief work was initiated by the government at a war footing. Lombi lombi re sadkan gali. So long roads were built in this relief work. We hear that in the Pachisare Akal, the disaster was so widespread that people had to abandon their houses. They had to come out of their houses in search of work and go to far off places like Malwa, Gujarat, etc. Then in the next line, a very interesting information is provided that Khet Singh Ji order dino. Now this refers to a very famous and a prominent Congress politician of that area called Khet Singh Ji of Chauradia. He was a minister in the Congress government at that time. So Khet Singh Ji order dino. So in a way it is trying to say that the local politician took very active steps to save the situation, and this gives us a great insight into the public memory of how the administration came to their rescue. And it says that Khet Singh Ji was the one who asked the government that in the relief works, don't give money or wages to the people, instead you give them food grains, anaj, dhaun. So this is again a great piece of public memory. Then further up we hear, "Government bhali bisari, dhaunra bondhya dhora, duniya बैठी मौजा करे, काल काढ़िया सोरा। घड़ी घड़ी गैंगों उभी, टंकियों रो पावे पानी, कांग्रेस भली बिसारी, दुनिया ठिकाने ओढ़ी." So it is a great eulogy to the Congress administration at that time, that despite the rapacious famine, drought or Kal, the government was so active that it came to the help of the people, and because of the help of the government, the Pachisaro Kal could be, the people could very easily pass through that phase. It was not as disastrous as the other pre-independence Kals, and the government took many steps, and Duniya Thikane Aani, because of the government intervention, some semblance of peace and some semblance of order could be maintained in the desert. Now, these are all great pieces of folk literature, folk poetry. A lot of these lines have been taken from Mr. Dharmaramji of Chaba. Dharmaramji of Chaba is a very famous, he's an alive entity. He has all these songs and all these akhanas and geets and poetry we have taken from him. Dharmaramji of Chaba, if you want, you can go in the desert and meet him and in person interact with him. He's a very charming and a great personality. He keeps on saying, "I am Dharmaram of Chaba, Bali Kare Baba." So please go and meet him. Also, I would like to thank my colleague, Dr. Tamhek Pawar, for sharing a lot of information with him. A lot of these folk songs and these okhanas, I have borrowed it from a very well-researched paper written by Dr. Tamhek Pawar titled "पश्चिमी राजस्थान में दुर्भिक्षों, कालों की पीड़ा एवं संवेदना, लोक गीतों एवं ओखाणों के विशेष संदर्भ में." This research paper would shortly be published in the Jigyasa Journal. So if you want, you can also read the paper. I hope you must have liked and enjoyed this video. I hope in the coming times Marwar doesn't have many famines and droughts, and especially in this year when we are terribly affected by COVID-19 virus. I hope we have a Zamona, we have a year which has abundant rains. So thank you very much. Please do like this video, share it, and also subscribe to our channel Academia Unlimited.